What's up, Fire family? It's Kiahonfire, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. You might be looking at me and being like, well, what the heck have you got on? Well, we have some different changes to Conan. We have some cool new hairstyles. We have a new vanity bench, which we've been asking for years. And then we have some new, stuff going on. As you can probably tell. Well, we have a new bench called the Vanity Mirror. This is your new table where you can go ahead and change your look. So you can go back to this table you once were at. You can change your race if you want. You can completely change your voice. You can completely change everything that you've been wanting to change for a while. That includes some new hairstyles, as you're seeing here. We have the new short hairstyle here, which is quite nice and colourful. And then we have another one that's new. We have the Karen hairstyle. In a way we have here, but I like it. And then we have this one, which I thought looks really good. I can imagine that probably on a male model would look really nice as well. So this is a new hair, and then we're back to normal. So there's 4 new hairstyles indeed here, and then that's the new stuff going on. There didn't really seem to be much else that was terribly new in those regards. But it's very nice that you'll be able to go back and change a lot of things at your will if you want. So that is lovely jubbly in those ways. You can go ahead. You can't change gender though, so you have to stay as the gender as you pick. But I think that's pretty decent for a vanity changer. You can change most things. And then you just simply exit and you have your new style that you wanted. So as you know, well, I'm gone for this hair because it looks quite nice actually. I quite like it. But yeah. And then that's pretty easy to explain anyway. You know all of the things with that. It's pick it up again, etc. Easy to use, simple as. If you want to learn it, you actually go under the cornerstones tab and it's just right there. So really easy just to pick up and use. And then we have something new that you're probably wondering because of the new dyes on me. We have a dye maker, so we can now make all the new dyes. So we have all of these, well, not all of these, but some of these are new dyes such as the Blighted Green, Blood Red, Coagulated Red Dye, and then you have all of these wonderful colours, and they even included pastel types in here as well, if I can find them. They actually named them after Faded, which was different. So there's a lot of new dyes as well. You got Full Green Dye, Deep Sea Green Dye, Blighted Green Dye, Forest Green Dye, Moss Green Dye, Sky Blue Dye, Muted Blue Dye, Silver Blue Dye, Full Blue Dye, Night Blue Dye, Full Yellow, Infectious Yellow, Dirty Yellow, Muted Yellow, Sun Yellow, Full Purple, Velvet Purple, Royal Purple, Bright Purple, Muted Purple, Blood Red, Orange, Pure Orange, Pink Dye, Rusted Red, Coagulated Red, Faded Green, Red, Blue, Yellow, and Purple dyes. So that is a lot of new dyes. So of course, what's good in me just saying about them when I can just pretty much show them to you. So let's go and show you on some of this material here. So of course, the one I have on now is the full green. As you can probably tell, it is very bright and vibrant. Then we have Deep Sea Green. So this very, very nice cyan that we just have a look at. So this is the Deep Sea Green. Lovely. I absolutely love this color. Lovely stuff. Then we have the Blood Red dye. So this is a very kind of reddy orangey almost in a way. Well, it looks like, but now it looks much more red in this actual image right here. So this is the Blood Red. Then we have the Blighted Green dye that we're popping on here. So it's a kind of faded minty kind of green we have, which is actually kind of pretty as well. Then we have the Forest Green. So if you want to blend in with your environment and be camo, then well, you can here. Looks quite nice as well, the darker green. So there's the new dye here, and let me just say you do get to keep the previous dyes as well, so don't worry about that. Then we have the Moss Green. So if you're looking for a muckier kind of color, well, you can also get that, or more natural, I'd probably say, because you actually blend in with the grass quite a lot on this color too. So you probably hide in the grass or SIPTAH and then just go and stab someone in the back, which would be pretty funny. But yeah. Then we have our sky blue. So for those who like blue a little bit more, we've gone back to the blues. Yes, so a really nice blue as well on this one. Something I probably would use as well. I am a big fan of blue, as you probably know, because there's blue everywhere all over my channel. And here is the muted blue. So this is a slightly more dirty blue. If you want less vibrancy, a more calmer, nicer, mature color if you like. You can also have that on this one here. And then we have the other one, silver blue. So it's more of a bright and breezy blue color, almost white or, well, pastel-y purple almost looking on here. Very nice one as well. And then we have our full blue. So I really do like the full blue. Very, very nice. There we go. So we have this really in-your-face blue, of course, which I probably definitely use. I like in-your-face blue. Very nice. But if that's not for you, there is night blue. So you can go from day to night in the night sky. You have this lovely navy going on. So, yep, you have this one, which I'm just like, I want to use all of these colors. They're so nice. Then we have the full yellow. So if you want everyone in the land to notice you, well, you pretty much wear this. I look like a hazard right now. Ah, it's so bright, but I like it. It's nice. All right. And if that's not for you, you can go for infectious yellow. So turn it down a bit, turn down the gamma. Then you got this kind of dirty looking yellow, almost a little bit greeny dirty at the bottom. So there's that one. And then we have our really dirty yellow. So this is a proper dirty yellow from the infectious, where it's well, it's more like, well, you can barely see it actually. Here comes the sun. It's a bit like the forest, but definitely turned more poo brown, I guess. Then you have the muted yellow. So if you want something more like parchment, then this one does that for you. So if you want original cloth, then it's probably as close as you're going to get to it, really, unless you use the sun yellow, which no, it's not really, is it? Sun yellow is that really nice orangey yellow, brings a bright smile to your face kind of yellow. So yeah, I kind of like that one too. And there's still tons to go through. We have our full purple dye, so it's like a big ass magenta color in your face. Very bright and shiny. Definitely gonna be something for one of my friends called Dutchy. He loves pink dye like that. So that's nice. And then we have our velvet. So ooh, there we go. That is a really nice purpley velvet color that you have there. Does what it says in the tin. Then you have the royal purple, which reminds me of my old school uniform, which I hate it. But it's nice color either way. I only hate it because I used to go to school in colors like that. But bright purple dye is our next one. So you have a much nicer, well, pastel-y purple, and that is that one. So there we go. Very nice. And then we have our muted purple dye. So you have that more dirtier purple coming back. If you just want some more original kind of normal color things, then that will be the one for you, of course. And then we move on to our oranges. So if you want a really orangey color, you can have that. There's not many of these because I think there's quite a lot of oranges in the game already that have, so they've just narrowed it down a lot more, and they've added a few in what they felt like they needed to add in anyway. Like pink, there wasn't overly too much normal pinks, I suppose, so they added like a normal pink in there too. So now you can have that nice pink there going on. It's a nice subtle pink. It's not really in your face too much. And then they go back to the red. So we have our rusty red. So you have that, well, calm red that you have there. Kind of reminds me of just the normal color of the suit, actually, that you normally get from the war dancer anyway. And then they change it to coagulated red, like how you have blood. So blood red, pretty much, but coagulated. So that's that one. More browny, actually. It goes very brown. But anyway, faded green. So onto the faded ones. So they're more pastel kind of colors. It's kind of like yeah, there you go. Nice, nice. Minty kind of color there. And then we have our faded red. So of course you can see it's very, very faint. But it is, I mean, it's not spectacular. It's not in your face. But it's still really calm and nice. I quite like it. And then we have this color coming back here, so the faded blue, which seems to be a little bit more vibrant than the rest and a little bit less faded. But there you go. Kind of reminds me of one of the other colors that we saw up there, actually. Then we have the faded yellow, so you look like butter, actually. You can look like a piece of butter with this one, or match your hair like I have, the blonde hair on this lady. And then we have our final one, the faded purple, which is, well, quite pinky, actually. Not gonna lie. So that's quite nice, nice calm colour there. So that is all our new dyes we have, and I thought I would definitely show them off to you so you could get a nice look at them and be like, well, I didn't think this colour was what it was, but this colour is. And this should give you a pretty good idea on kind of how they turn out. May I say though, if you're going to put it on things like leather, it can change colour depending on what you put it on. So I guess a really good example would be to dye the actual belt on this one, if we can. So let me see. So you see, if I was to dye the belt on this one with a, let's say, the really bright green colour I had before, it shows up a little bit darker on things that are like jewellery or, you know, darker leathery colour. So just bear that in mind. The colour can dilute a little bit depending on what you put it on. I have noticed that on one of the shirts I tried earlier. It was a bit like different. So the Zamorian bottoms I put on earlier, it was a little bit different but the same colour. So anyway, I hope that helps show you the new colours and the new hair and the vanity table. I'm really excited for these. I like to see them. But anyway, thank you for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!